Wait, before you ever go into a partnership with anyone, business, friendship, marriage, even politics, you need to hear this story. Because this one small folktale explains why partnerships don't just fail, they collapse. So imagine this. Long ago, in a quiet village, two close friends decided to hunt together. Not because they were weak alone, but because together, they believed nothing could stop them. One was fast and clever. The other was strong and fearless. Perfect balance. Or so it seemed. They made a pact. Whatever they caught, they would share equally. No matter who struck the final blow. No matter whose idea it was. 50-50. Fair and square. At first, everything worked. They hunted small animals. Shared the meat. Laughed together. People in the village admired them. See unity, they said. See progress. Then one day, they caught something big. Something rare. Something valuable. The kind of catch that could change a man's life. And that's when the partnership started to crack. As they dragged their prize home, one friend joked, "Without my strength, we wouldn't have caught this." The other laughed and replied, "And without my strategy, you'd still be chasing shadows." It sounded harmless. Just banter. But seeds don't need noise to grow. They just need time. That night, neither of them slept well. One thought, "I did more work." The other thought, "I brought the idea." By morning, the agreement they once trusted suddenly felt unfair. They sat down to divide the prize. Silence. Then one said, "Let's be honest. I deserve more." The other stiffened. More. Based on what? And just like that, the partnership stopped being we and became me versus you. Voices rose. Old sacrifices were dragged out. Every past favor became a weapon. Every mistake became evidence. Finally, one friend stood up and said something that ended everything. "If you don't agree, I'll take my share by force." That day, they didn't just lose the prize. They lost trust. They lost friendship. They lost reputation. And by the time the village heard about the fight, the prize had spoiled. Worthless. Useless. Gone. Here's the lesson most people miss. Partnerships don't collapse because of lack of effort. They collapse because of unspoken expectations. Both men believed the agreement was fair until success arrived. And success has a way of exposing what failure hides. When there was little to gain, equality was easy. When there was much to gain, fairness suddenly felt negotiable. This is why partnerships fail in business. One person starts feeling smarter. The other starts feeling used. Nobody talks about it early because they don't want to spoil the vibe. So they smile. They joke. They pretend. Until one big win or one big loss forces the truth into the open. Another lesson. A partnership without clear boundaries is just delayed conflict. Those two hunters never defined what equal really meant. Effort. Ideas. Risk. Time. Everyone was keeping mental records. Quietly. Secretly. And mental records are dangerous because they are always biased in your favor. Now here's the uncomfortable part. Most partnerships don't end with a big fight. They end with distance. Short replies. Cold meetings. Silent resentment. People don't walk away because they hate each other. They walk away because they feel cheated, or unappreciated, or invisible. And once that feeling sets in, no contract can save you. That folktale isn't really about hunters. It's about humans. Anytime you go into a partnership thinking, "We'll figure it out later," later will humble you. Anytime you avoid hard conversations early, you're scheduling a harder one in the future. And any partnership that relies only on trust, without clarity, is living on borrowed time. So before you partner with anyone, ask yourself, what happens when we win big? What happens when things go wrong? Who decides what's fair? Because unity isn't tested when things are easy. It's tested when there's something valuable on the table. And if this story sounded familiar, that's because you've seen it play out before. In businesses. In politics. In families. In friendships. Different faces. Same story. And now you know why partnerships collapse.